What can people expect when they show up in McCormick Place come this September?
So, yeah, it's a great place to start this conversation. There was a lot of anxiety from the industry leading up to really September 11th when the state of Illinois and city of Chicago moved into Phase 5. Phase 5 officially is the final phase of the Illinois recovery program from COVID. And at that point, all restrictions were lifted. So when an attendee and or exhibitor comes into McCormick Place this coming September, there are going to be no masks are going to be required. There's going to be no social distancing required. There was a rumor going around for a while that we were going to be requesting proof of vaccination. That was never the case, and certainly won't be the case in September. No temperature, and from an exhibitor perspective, there was a lot of concern from some of the exhibitors about specific restrictions that might be on their booths and the way they set up and ran their booth. That is not going to happen. There are going to, there's no entrance points and extra exit points. Nobody's going to be monitoring the number of attendees that are in your booth. It's going to be pretty much business as usual.
I'm sure we have some exhibitors who might have some questions about this. Do they have to keep anything in mind as they move in or move out during this year's show?
Not from a restriction perspective, not from the FABTECH perspective. However, Dan, as you know, as editor-in-chief of the Fabricator, we've got an opportunity to talk with a lot of manufacturers on a daily basis. All of them are making parts about as fast as they can, so that there is a demand for equipment. There's a demand specifically for automation to help them with that, the lack of workforce. But one of the things that we're hearing is the lead time that manufacturers are having to deal with when purchasing a piece of equipment. In a lot of cases, you're looking at 6 to 8 month lead time at this point. I can assure exhibitors it's a question that's going to come up, and they're going to need to be able to address it and answer it. Nobody wants to lose orders because of a lack of equipment or an extended lead time. I would say at this point the number of pre-registered attendees is actually coming in extremely strong, so we're pretty excited about it, and again, just based on the state of manufacturing in North America being so strong, it's something that looks like it's going to be pretty good. I would say the one thing that an attendee should consider when they're coming to FABTECH is, number one, they should get registered early. They should get registered now, and when they're making their plans to come, they should probably schedule a little bit more time. So we do an audience survey every year. Hey, what can FABTECH do better? And it's either number one or number two pretty much every year. What attendees say is that they didn't have enough time to see everything that they wanted, to talk to everybody that they wanted to talk to. So when you're making those travel plans, look at spending another half day, and I think that by the time it's said and done, you're going to be happy that you had the extra time.
Anything in terms of highlights from keynote speakers, or maybe on the conference side of things that you're aware of? Also, there's some panels that occurred during the show?
There are. So, the number one reason an attendee comes to FABTECH, first of all, is to see that equipment, to see the displays, particularly what's new, followed by networking, followed by education. So education and the attendee experience at FABTECH is very important to us. So this year, we'll actually have over 150 technical sessions that attendees can choose to go to. And to tell you the truth, if they act over the next several weeks here, they can take advantage of some early bird pricing that will make it, even better for them. And then from a keynote perspective, we'll kick off each day with a keynote event that's free for exhibitors and attendees to participate in. On Monday, we have our version of TED Talk,
Right.
Very popular. And then on Tuesday, we've got Adam Stelzner of NASA Mars Mission 2020. So, you know, we all see those updates of the new rover that can actually fly on our mainstream media, so that's pretty cool. He'll be there, talk a little bit about what it took to get that project up and off the ground to Mars, and then, you know, dealing with all the tests and that kind of thing that they're able to do. So that'll be pretty cool. On Wednesday, we've got David Ankin of Toy Makers, also very cool, a builder of monster trucks and race cars. And then finally on Thursday, we've got Adam Janai of Mob Steel and of Detroit Steel Wheel fame. So lots going on there. Again, those are all free for attendees and exhibitors to attend.
There's one panel dedicated to steel prices, and obviously that's kind of at the forefront for a lot of metal fabricators. So getting that input then, hopefully there's some relief by then, but if not, I'm sure that'll be looked upon with some interest.
No question. So if there are issues from our industry, it starts with the availability of steel and then the cost of steel. It's a major deal. Of course, followed by workforce,
Right.
And then automation. And we'll actually have panel discussions, Dan, on each of those topics where manufacturers can come and get an idea and network with other companies that are facing the exact same problems that they are on a day-to-day basis, and, you know, talk about solutions.
Yeah.
Again, free.